Everyone has a visual sensibility, and by that I mean that we all have a collection of images and a life experience that we have all built up in our heads about the way things should look, what works and what doesn't work, right? And I feel that the landscape or geography, maps, there's systems and there's languages within that. There's a reason why things are where they are, right? So with my paintings, I feel like they create they express my visual sensibility. That is my whole collective visual experience and the languages that I create and express on canvas or on paper. Hi, I'm Chase Langford. I'm an artist here at Ted Casablanca Gallery. You know, I've always drawn a lot. As a kid, I drew maps and buildings and floor plans and cities and all kinds of things like that. And I also painted as a child, so it started very early. I just couldn't help it. In fact, when our family would sit around and watch, a TV show, I would have my drawing board with me all evening, creating whatever I was drawing, usually maps. And so I just can't not be creating something visual. I love painting on paper because the way the oil soaks into it, the way it grabs it. I like the smooth surface because canvas has a predetermined texture, and which I like as well. But often it's really great to have a smooth, clean surface, and I create the texture myself. So I've always painted on paper, and a lot of work's on paper. In fact, often I work out a series on paper first and then go to the canvas or to panels. So what's in this show are really great examples, some of my favorite pieces from that whole evolution of works on paper that became part of a large, very important series in my body of work. I'm trained as a cartographer. I studied geography and cartography at UC Santa Barbara, and I practiced cartography at UCLA for many years. And the geographic sensibility that I have built up over my lifetime is integrated and inspires my work. It informs my work. So maze here on the wall, for example, is a series that's based on actual mazes, the idea of a maze that you walk through. There's a lot of them in England and France. So again, that's that overview, just like a map is an overview. So all my work, most of my work references geography or maps. My studio's in Los Angeles, but I also come out to Palm Springs a lot. I have a place here, and I've had a number of galleries in the desert ask me if I'd like to have them show my work. And I've never quite found the right gallery. And I've known Bruce for a number of years and always thought of him as a journalist and a writer, very well-known one, very successful. But I'd go over to his house and he'd have this great art collection. He'd even have some really cool sculptures that he did. And I thought that was really cool that he, even though a writer all these years, also is an artist and a collector and curator of art. He's been doing that for a long, long time. So I've always known that he had a great eye, a wonderful eye. So that's why, and then I saw the other artists that he was going to represent here at Ted Casablanca, and I thought it was a perfect fit, and he's brilliant at curating and hanging a show. Just fantastic. I just completely trust him. This show here at Ted Casablanca Gallery, Genesis on Paper, there's a number of pieces that are from different series of mine, and they reflect different periods of my work. And first of all, I'm expressing something. Obviously with art, I'm saying something. I'm saying something about, in my work, a lot about geography and maps and this whole kind of visual experience. But it's really important for the viewer to feel that whatever they see or experience is just as valid. I don't know what they're thinking, and they don't know specifically what I was thinking when I created the work, and I really want them to feel free to synthesize and react in their own way, because in a sense then they become an artist because they're interpreting and expressing just the way an artist does. Hi, I'm Chase Langford, an artist that's represented by Ted Casablanca Gallery, and I invite you to come and see Genesis on Paper, and it's on until February 11th.